Necros Prime has arrived. There's also a hotfix for Silver Grove, which if you complete the quest for the Silver Grove, once you're done, you can still build the Apothix and go back to the Grove and farm the Spectres, depending on which Apothic you take with you, and get one of 4 new, well, it says 1 of 4, but I've heard of 5 or 6 different ones coming from this, which is weird because there's only 3 Apothics, so you would think there was 3 Spectres. Hence, haven't really touched on that yet, but that's been fixed. It was actually fixed yesterday, but it's now been changed so they will spawn at a minimum of level 25, making them harder to kill, and they will gain 3 levels for every Spectre you also spawn with it. Not only that, but with Nekros Prime arriving, it means that the parent sequence and new Loka sacrifices have changed. Instead of Nyx Prime, Nyx Prime Neuroptics being needed, it's been changed to Warframe Prime Neuroptics. And the Scindo Prime Blade, because it's gone, has been replaced with the Nekana Prime Blade. Because the Nyx Prime Neuroptics and the Scindo Prime Blade, the relics for them are now gone. With Necros Prime comes a whole new set of relics. Your codex here, and then going over to Universe and going over to Relics and Arcanes and scrolling all the way down will show you what relic has what on the side here. I mean, Necros Prime chassis and the Galatine Prime blueprint come off the same one, and it also shows you where you can actually get these things from. Look, the Galatine Prime Blade. I think this is the same one I had on before. It wasn't. That was... okay, so some things do cross over to other ones. Necros Prime Neuroptics is on the Meso F1. But anyway, where the relics will drop is located here. I do wish that going into your syndicate and going to offerings and picking up the relic pack here would actually give the new relics. Ignore that completely. I bought 3 or 4 packs of those things from syndicates, and it halved the amount of new relics that I need to find the locations of. So they do actually drop from syndicate ones if you use your syndicate rep to buy relics, which is insanely handy. I'm really glad that's a thing. I was starting to question that one, but I guess that kind of confirms it. Just to kind of confirm it, there it is. There's 3 new ones down here. Now, of course, this one contains none of the new stuff on it at all. That's why there was so many new relics. Because if you have a relic with Nyx parts already on it, and I can't think of one offhand, but there's bound to be some. I mean, there's some with Mag on. Quite a lot with Mag on. Gonna have to work through them. But they replaced those relics, so it's the Nyx Prime relics that don't drop. The relics will no longer contain her parts, but if you already had some, you get to keep them until you've used them. So there's some that have come out that have got parts on them that were on other relics. That's good to know. But, on the other hand, if you do want to go for things like the Tigris Prime, you can of course upgrade it to Radiant, and like that wasn't going to happen. Which gives you a higher chance of actually doing it once you get Void Traces, which you're going to get from doing the Fisher missions anyway. So it should be easier to get a hold of these things. This is going to be a giant experiment whether this whole new system actually works or not, because this is the first Prime that's come out on the new system. But if you do want to see what he actually looks like, you can actually come into the marketplace and have a look. See, there he is with his whole new helmet, and I cannot believe I dropped this bloody 70 on Prime Day as well, especially with his Prime accessories down here, looking amazing. That sandana looks like it could be really nice. Haven't seen anybody wearing it yet, haven't been in game yet. And there's actually an armor set as well. Going into the codex, you should be able to have a look at Necros Prime. Actually looks pretty nice there. But that's really not what people want from this. What people want to know is, did the 2000 damage come through on the Tigris? Is it doing 250 damage with a mastery rank of 13 on the Galatine? I don't know, but I'm about to find out. In fact, it didn't come with 250 damage on it in total. It came with, okay, It is definitely higher than it was at, what, 164 total damage? Which is still a lot, but it's a lot less than 250, luckily. But it still has the 1 attack speed, 20 crit, 20 status, the normal Galatine... Well, I don't know if the normal Galatine has 20 crit and 20 status. I know it has 20 status, but it's the attack speed is 1. Which does make this a war killer. And of course, the Tigris doesn't come with 2000 damage. Good. Because, well, the Sancti, being a mastery rank 12 weapon, the Sancti Tigris, would just be annihilated by this. Which, in fact, it does seem to be done at 1248 slash. So this still kills the Sancti Tigris outright. But it only has 2 rounds. Why not 4? See? 1000 slash compared to the 1200 and something. It has more slash damage than the Sancti Tigris itself has total damage. That seems fair. Not.